And today we've got a reading for you about somebody who is, sorry, I had to change the brightness, about somebody who has, I think, had a choice in romance. So I don't know if this means you had, two people on a dating app both ask you out on a date for Saturday night and you had to make a choice. Or if it's something more serious where maybe you actually are, considering something exclusive, but you have a person from your past who shows up and says, hey, I know you're all excited about this new person, but what if I've been working on myself? What if I've made some changes? Would you potentially give me another chance? There's something like that here where someone has had to look at what the options are and kind of weigh the pros and cons. It doesn't have to be in romance, although because we have this Queen of Cups, it's kind of giving, making sure that I choose the right person to, make myself happy or to feel loved. But let's clarify. We'll call on Spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Happy Friday. Hello, April. Hello, Con. Hello, Nat. How are we doing today? If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as it's more information on how to become a member and how to have one of my candles. All right, let's dive in with the situations deck. I want to know if this is more specifically love related or if we might have some variations on that theme. What else do we have? We have the Today card. So there's some sense of urgency or someone who feels like things need to be addressed, right? Can't just like kick this can down the street or delay. But why do we have interlude? Pause or timing factor. Okay, so we have somebody who could be making the decision to even pull back from a connection or to be very clear, this is what my availability is or this is what I can handle. So it's a decision regarding how to approach love life, but also maintain maybe some independence or some financial stability. Maybe we have somebody who's saying, hey, can you move in with me? And another person saying, no, that would cost too much. I'd have to pay to get out of my lease, or I'd have to find a way to sell my place. I feel like there's some negotiations going on here, and this Queen of Cups is trying to figure out what do I need from me and what makes sense as far as my romantic life. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Hello, Helena. How are you doing? Are we yelling? Why are we yelling? There's no need to yell, Helena. We've got cleansing and crushed. Interesting. Okay. So I think this is making a choice to ensure that you're able to, work as many hours as you need or do a big presentation that you're gearing up for. Maybe you've got a big important trip coming up for training. But I do think that there's something here where you have to say, sorry, I can't participate in that. So for many of you, I do think that this is, I have been dating and I don't think I want to continue to see this person, but I do think I have space in my life for this person. So you may be worried about having a conversation to tell someone that you need to kind of part ways. I don't think you want to phrase it as I've chosen someone else, sorry. I do think this is more so about, I have to make sure that I'm managing my time appropriately and I don't have, a ton of it available. But this person that you might be backing away from, I feel like they're going to kind of lose their temper. It's still an important conversation to have, and it's something that you probably would rather just be like, here's a quick text message, now are we done? Can we just forget about it? But basically this looks to me like we have somebody who's saying, I know this is not the person that I want to be in a relationship with, or I don't have time to pursue this connection. And then this person turns around and like does the opposite, right? Now they want to chase you. Now it's like, no, 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 you can't like just make that decision so quickly. There's more that you need to know about me, or there's more that you should, you know, consider. So we have offer on the table and synchronicities. I'm very drawn to the number 2 on this card. And no surprise, because of course we've already had 2 2s come out. I think this is someone who's fighting to remain an option, even though you feel like you know what you need to focus on. So whether that is another person that you are attracted to, or if it is, you know, just the prioritization of your family or maybe even a job, you're looking at this offer and thinking, okay, what makes sense for me and what can I actually include in, you know, the time frame that I have. Elena, I don't know what you're doing out there. I'm putting you in a 5-minute timeout. You are spamming the live chat, girl. Can you please not do that? 5-minute timeout. You go back after that, but you got to be a little bit more accommodating of other people chatting as well. Maybe putting everything in one message instead of an exclamation point for a single message, you know? Hello, Tom. How you doing? Hello, Baby Yoda. This is the Pulp Tarot. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, it's also worth pointing out that on our synchronicities card, of course, there's the infinity sign on the street signs, and the 2 of Pentacles is also demonstrating that. I feel like this is saying, you know what is, like, how do I say this? You feel like you know what you're looking for, whether that is regarding your financial security or your job, or if that is about romance. And if something is not for you, I feel like you've gotten quite clear or quite capable of communicating those things. But someone doesn't want to listen to that, so they're coming back around. They're convinced that this is like fated or meant to be, and I don't think you look at that situation the same way. Either because you are too focused on what you've got going on in your life, or because there is somebody else that you are more drawn to. Hello, Varg, how you doing? Hello, Creep, how are you doing? Hello, Habibel, what's up? Hello, Omega, how's your day? Oh, man. It's Friday. You can just feel it, can't you? We have the Emperor and the King of Wands in the reverse. Okay. Yeah. To me, this keeps coming through as, that's not what I want, that is what I want. And the Queen of Cups is clarified by the Emperor. This is why we don't get too focused on gender in the tarot, because this Emperor and this Queen of Cups is the same person. This is someone who is loving. This is somebody who wants to be in a connection. This is somebody who has a pretty good understanding of who they are. And that's why it's like, I'm seeing it as like an X and like an O, like a tic-tac-toe game. They're like, nope, don't want that one, but that is worth my time. I don't think they're going to be very susceptible to any influence. This seems very decisive to me. And the person, or, you know, possibly the thing, if it's like a job offer, that is not what this Queen of Cups Emperor wants, that seems to be really difficult for whoever that is to accept. So they start to chase. They start to like, come on, give me another chance. Let's just have another conversation. Let's go out to lunch. We can talk about that job offer. Or let's go and see this movie. I don't know. I don't think this person takes the rejection very well. Hello, Matt. How are you doing? Hello, Dwayne. Varg, you're going to have to, like, slow down. It is 7 a.m. on a Friday. And also, just, you know, are you showing off for the people in the live chat? They probably think you're cool anyways if you have some jokes. Even Chuck Norris jokes. Hello, Sherelle. How are you doing? Hello, Kay. I hope you're having a good one, and congrats on the part-time job. Hello, Key Controller. Good morning, Lee. How we doing? Of course. Thank you for the tip. So we've got the Four of Pentacles, the Empress in the reverse, and another Two of Pentacles. Now this one, this is not the infinity sign, right? This is like, nope, super balanced. I know what I want. Empress in the reverse, and I know what I don't want. I feel like this Four of Pentacles is saying, no, I know exactly how much time I have available. I have exactly this much to do, and I don't have enough time to do you. I don't have enough time to include you in my schedule. This is like, you know, I'm not going to promise to do something that I can't do, or I'm not going to lead someone on if their offer isn't actually enticing to me or is not something that I want to pursue. Oh no. Good luck, Matt. Yeah, I feel that just happened. And then luckily, right before I was like, do I need to go somewhere to shower? Then they started, well, not frozen anymore anyways. I hope that happens for you. Just in time for a shower. Hello, Raziel. How are you doing? Hey, that's fair, Bark. Just, you know, be responsible. Negative 30? Oh, yeah, Celsius. Nope, don't got it. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. If I had to guess, I would be like, negative. Nope, I don't have it. Negative 20? I don't know. What is that in Fahrenheit, you guys? Hey, Splinch. Yeah, I do. It's totally okay if you don't, though. I just ask that you keep it moving, okay? Part of the reason I do is there's some lovely people in the live chat who've asked me questions and trusted me and been able to see that what I said was true. But you know what? It's totally okay if there's something else that, what was the phrase that Var used? Rustles your jimmies. Is that offensive to anyone? Hello, Jem. How's it going? It's about 0 Fahrenheit. I should have known that. I'm gonna go with no, Jem. Hello, Sal. How are you doing? Negative 40 is the same in both. Okay. How does that work? I don't know. I like math, but maybe that's not, you know, for me. We've got Temperance in the reverse and the 3 of Cups. 3 is not a good number for this situation, and I feel like that's what this Emperor knows. If I know that I want to accept this job offer, I'm not going to let them think that I'm actually considering taking someone else's, because what if that jeopardizes the, you know, future at that company? If I know that I'm really interested in this romantic love interest, I'm not going to lead this person on because it could ruin things there, and it could also be like really rude to that person. Like, I know that's not what I want. Whether it's job or matters of the heart, we have someone saying, I don't want it to be crowded in here. I want to be real clear. This is what I want, and I'm not going to get persuaded elsewhere. I feel like this is very... You cannot tell this person to change their mind. There's a lot of fire energy here, right? So the Emperor would be Aries. Queen of Wands, ooh, crap, what is it? Is it specifically Sagittarius? We got Temperance, which is Sagittarius. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of passion, whether that is professional or more romantic, that is motivating this person to feel very confident about their decision. So we have someone saying, if this is the right path for me over here, then I have to tell you that that one over there is not the right one for me. And this individual doesn't want It's like I'm ignoring the fact that you've told me you're not interested because I don't want to believe it. I'm still going to, you know, send over an invite for a meeting tomorrow and see if I can change your mind. Or I'm still going to try to send you flowers and see if I can convince you that I'm still an option, right? Hello, Zats, how you doing? Good luck with that, Varg. Hello, Renee. Happy Friday. We've got the Sun in the reverse and the High Priestess. Ace of Wands in the reverse. I don't know how to explain that without being offensive. Okay. So for those of you, is that the right way to... have any of you ever watched The Millionaire Matchmaker? That was what it was called, right? With Patty Stanger? Look, she offends people, but I love her, okay? If I ever had the pleasure of meeting her, I would tell her, like, yeah, no, she could probably be a little bit more polite to certain people. But I think one of the phrases that she used to use was, in reference to a certain body part raising off the couch. I'm pretty sure that's how she would say it. And you gotta understand, we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, and we have the High Priestess here. Look at her hand. You see what I'm saying? It's like somebody's trying to say, no, I know you don't like me. I know I'm not your cup of tea. But if I have a magic spell or like some pills, this is someone who's trying to find a way to convince you that you are especially attracted to them. Did I do all right with that? You guys, give me a score, 1 out of 10. Is that okay? Hello, Michael. How are you doing? Hello, Universal. What's up? Oh, did I miss something? Hello, Broken Heart. How are you doing? Hello, Brett. I hope you had a good day. You gave me an 8? I'll take it. Yeah. Okay, so definitely don't go drinking with this person. Definitely don't party with this person because they're trying to figure out, how can I get you to be attracted or interested or want that job offer even though you've already told me that you don't want it? Let's normalize accepting when someone says that they're not into you. That's just, 101. Thank you, Zats. Advice? Anything important I should not ignore about Brian? With a Y. Okay. And has Dwight had a change of heart? About how he feels about me. I got that. Thank you, Zats. Hey, gaming. Just be cautious not to be a little bit like spammy with that. Por favor. Hello, Monique. How are you doing? Hello, Danny. How's your day? Okay. Let's go with the Soul Cat Tarot. You guys, it is getting hot in here, and I have a feeling it is this reading. I mean, I do have 5 candles lit. I should maybe blow this one out. But it's feeling like it's this Knight of Wands energy, right? Like, what do you mean you don't want me? What do you mean you won't want this? Like, They want to figure out how to get you back in the mood. They want to get you, you know, back considering them. Putting on maybe like their finest outfit. The Sunday's best. King of Swords, Hanged Man in the reverse, or Hanged Cat in the reverse. Two of Pentacles again. And the Eight of Swords. Okay, so part of the issue here is this person doesn't know how you could change your mind. Like, you were super into it, right? You were super into me initially. Sorry, my tag is up and it's driving me crazy. Got it. So here's the problem. Maybe you were a little bit too nice. Maybe... Oh, what was that? Why do I have wax on my hand now? What? Sorry. Maybe we need to be a little bit more precise when we discuss decisions that are this important. Were you clear in terms of the future? Were you clear in terms of what is not working for you? You don't have to be like, hey, I think you smell bad, so I don't want to be with you. That might be a little bit brutal, right? But I do feel like there's something here where you were like, I don't think we align in terms of, for some of you, it might be financial. For some of you, it might be, I don't know, political, religious, maybe family is an issue. But I do feel like you've kind of left this person just a little bit in the dark. I pretty much never think it's a good idea to say, hey, I met somebody that I like better than you. I am a proponent of honesty, but I also don't know that that's, I don't know. If there's something that made you not as interested in a job offer or a person, and that is why you were looking for something else, that is probably the reason that you were looking for something else, right? Hello, is it Daphne? Because I really wanted to say Daphne, but that's probably not right. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, how's it going, Miss Naria? The general reading is free, but if you would like a personal question, you can tip or donate. You can also donate a membership. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, Spy Sweeper. How are you doing? Mark! It's a no from me, dog. You want me to just like rip my... First of all, I don't think I could. You probably have to at least like do a little bit of cuts, right? But you know what? I bet you could find an episode of WWE. The Hierophant and the Two of Cups. See, you know what you want. You know exactly what you want. You over here like, I can't be distracted. I can't be convinced to go elsewhere. I'm like swooning for that right there. I want to be with that person, or I want to be working at that job. If I get that title, if I get to, you know, work with that team, like I'm set. You know what you want. And there's someone here who's like, no, 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 of course you don't. No, you still want me. Come on. What's that song? Don't You Want Me? I was jamming out this morning, you guys. What's that chick's name? Lola? Young? I don't know, you guys. Doubting myself now. Is that her name? Sings Messy? So we've got the World in the reverse, the Five of Wands in the reverse, and the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. This person's coming back around. This person's like, how could you find something better than me? This isn't over yet, and I'm going to make it known that I still think I should be in the running, and I think you should accept my offer. Whether that is a job offer or a romantic offer, this person is like showing up in their Oscar Wiener mobile van thingy. What is it? Is it a van? Do they just call it the Wiener mobile? Mobile Wiener? They're showing up, okay? And they're convinced that they can levitate it. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying so hard to be mature with this one, but they keep sending the most ridiculous imagery here. This is someone who feels like they can convince you to be like physically attracted or super passionate about what they have to offer, and you're like, I don't know. I don't know about that. Oh, hello, Rebecca. How are you doing? Let me write down your name real quick and your question. Thank you for the tip. What does he want? Let's dig into that for you. I'm pretty sure you've been here before, Rebecca. But just so everyone knows, we are at just about 26 minutes, and I tend to start those personal questions at about 30 or 35 minutes. And we've got Lee, and then Zatz, and then Rebecca. Hello for you. How are you doing? Hello, K-Dog. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Friday. Yes, thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate that. We have the Two of Wands. The number 2 is so important because obviously this is a choice. And the number, who does number 2 work for? The number 2 choice here is like, come see about me. Like, you can't make up your choice, or you can't make up your mind that easily because you haven't like seen how awesome I am. They're really not willing to like just let you go. Like, come see, like, meet the team. Check out, I was gonna say check out the on-site keg, because this actually, I did work at a place where we had, I think it was like 3 kegs on tap. So pretty routinely after work, people would be like, you gonna give a beer? Yeah. Because why wouldn't you, right? I don't drink anymore, but yeah, that was interesting. It was a huge selling point for them. We're like, yeah, I know we can't really compare with some of the other jobs out there, but like, if you hadn't noticed yet, we are interviewing in a room where there are beer glasses and kegs. I feel like somebody's trying to use that kind of tactic. If it is a job offer, it is probably culture related, or like, hey, look at our cool tennis court. But if this is a romantic individual, I feel like they're like, no, but look at my guns. You guys, I'm not really flexing. Don't make fun of me. I used to have arm muscles, I swear. This person's like, let me just, hold on. Let me just convince you I'm super hot. You should choose me. Have a wonderful day, Spice Weeper. Hello, angels. How are you doing? Oh, I hope that changes for you. Sending you some healing energy. Beer doesn't count as drinking. That's just spicy water. Well, especially if it's Coors Light. I said it. I used to bartend. I don't care. I know I was working for tip money or whatever, but every time somebody ordered Coors Light, I was like, sure you don't just want water? It's cheaper. Sorry. Anyways, we have the 6 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles in the reverse. Don't you remember the good times? Don't you remember when I took you out on that date to Old Country Buffet? We had such a good time. You went back for your 5th plate, and I said, baby, you look so fine. I don't know what this is, but it is somebody who doesn't want you to walk away, okay? They're getting a little bit desperate. Old style. What about Old Milwaukee? Or like Schlitz? Eh? No, you want to know what I would drink right now? Just the one. A PBR light. Because, like, PBR is already, like, spicy water, right? There's a PBR light, you guys. It's actually not bad. Hello, Ruben. How are you doing? Hello, Danielle. Jesus loves you too. And also encourages you not to judge people. Okay? Let's keep that in mind. It's going well, thank you. Hello, Sarya. How are you doing? So we've got Someone who really feels like you're the right one. This is what I want. I can't imagine, you know, moving on. I don't want to let someone else get you. So this could be someone who tries to buy your affections. This could be somebody who tries to, okay, well then we'll offer you more money, or, you know, what do you need? I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think it's going to work. If you know what you want and it's not this, don't negotiate. That's just my personal opinion. Go with the thing that you know what you want, because otherwise at some point you're going to be like, did I choose wrong? Right? That's excellent. Monique, let me know if you've got a question. Or if you're just super sweet and generous. But I can pull a few cards for you. Hello, Kathy. How are you doing? If we're doing politics in the live chat, Kathy, I would ask you to please not do that. I'm not really sure what you're trying to go for there. Oh no, I really didn't turn off my notification. Oops. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Yeah? You are? Cool. That's important. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and the Four of Swords. This is basically saying you can't be bought and paid for when you already know your passion is this particular path. So whether this is a job offer or... I was going to say something naughty, but like, or a love offer. You cannot be bought by the person that you know you don't want. You just can't. Don't let them convince you. Don't lead them on. Just make your decision and move along. Just rip the Band-Aid off and do what you need. Okay, sounds good, Monique. I got you. And I will start those very shortly. Those are rules to live by, Bark. Hello, Sed. How are you doing? Hello, Tem. Oh, what's up, Storytime? How are you doing? I would, Varg, but I really, like, y'all don't know how difficult it is. I don't know what YouTube, like, uses as the parameter of, like, morality or what I'm allowed to say. I know some, like, vaguely, right? What is going on in my life? I got you, Storytime. But also I made a promise to my mama that I wouldn't swear as much. And I love my mom, so, you know, trying to do right by that. Hello, James. How you doing? All right, just a few quick from the Love Oracle, and then we got to move on to those personal questions. So we have running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible, past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, karmic lessons, and peace, balance, harmony, friendship. So you can offer this person friendship, or you can offer to remain in contact, but this is also saying that something inevitably would be not right. Whether this is a job or a relationship, you would at some point feel like you chose poorly. I should have gone with the thing that I knew that I wanted. So do not get sidetracked by this garden tool. I'm just gonna say it. I feel like this is someone who's hoping they can, like, turn you on a little bit, right? Whether it's a job offer, like, oh, well, we'll give you a car bonus, or we'll give you, like, 4 months off of vacation. I don't know. I just feel like someone's going above and beyond, trying to get you to change your mind. And the whole point of this is you already know what you want. Yes, it's for the shed. So don't let them change your mind. Do what you know you want. And yes, there's going to be somebody over here who is like, but I really wanted you. But I really wanted you to be on the team. I really wanted you to be in my bed. That's okay. We all have wants. We all have desires. We sometimes even have obsessions. That doesn't mean that you should ignore what you know you want. sorry, I've already accepted this job offer over here, or I have to be honest about the fact that I'd really like to have a role that enables me to be, you know, more a part of the creative process, so I can't go with this. Or if it's about romance, we have somebody here who's trying to be like, but look at me, I'm so hot. You can't say no. I don't know what that accent is. They're like, well, maybe you could have both. Maybe you could date that person, but I could be on the side. Hence the garden tool, right? No, 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 no. It's a no for me. Only go for what you actually want and tell the other person, thank you, but no thank you. Adios. There's the door. That rhymed with something. I didn't say it though. Family. There's a typo on here. It says virility, which makes me laugh, but it's supposed to be fertility, obviously. Parenthood and pregnancy. So for some of you, this is a warning. You may end up making quite a mess of the situation if you end up dating two people at the same time. There could be an unwanted pregnancy that happens. For others of you, this is saying, you know, you want to be with somebody who wants to have a family, so don't get caught up with somebody that could put that at risk. And for others of you, this family card is saying that maybe you need to be considering what kind of impacts there are to this person if you lead them on or make it seem like you're still interested in that other option, right? Have a good day. Hello, Valley Joe. How are you doing? We got to get those personal questions. So I'm going to start with... I'm going to start with the Bianco Nero. Let's see what we've got for Lee. And did I say hello? Did I say hello to Rachel? Please tell me I said hello to Rachel. Hello, Jayanta. How are you doing? What do we have for Lee, please? The Sun, the happiest card in the deck. Justice. Information coming to light. Something that makes you happy, or something that needed to come forward. Ten of Swords in the reverse, a Knight of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles. I feel like there's information that is going to impact the decisions in the courtroom, impact, you know, how things get set up as far as like custody or child support. But I feel like there's, it's like a resolution to something that was kind of left open-ended, and it has to do with money, and it has to do with who I feel like your younger daughter has access to or connections to. So it seems like protective around her. Hello, Tracy. How are you doing? Are you talking to me? I assume not. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like there's going to be some positive news regarding finances for you, but also information coming to light with regards to probably the proposal you made. So I hope this is like you getting everything that you want. But there is definitely something improving regarding family or money. Hello, unknown. Do you? Let's move on to Zat's questions. We're going to go with the Marseille Cat Tarot. What advice does Zat need to know? What advice is there for Zat? We have Judgment and Justice. Make the decision already. Be done with it. I see like a cleaver. Like something needs to be chopped out. We have the Emperor. This is your energy. You standing up for something and clarifying that something is not good enough for you. Something is not direct enough for you. With the Moon, I feel like there's this kind of call to action saying you've been a little bit too quiet on this, or you haven't communicated something, and it could potentially cause some problems in another area if you don't communicate about this. Is there anything important that Zats needs to know regarding Brian? Six of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. I do feel like this is about finances. There could be some bad habits that Brian has, you know, like taking out loans and struggling to pay them back, or, you know, using too much as far as like credit. There could be some financial difficulty here that, you know, he doesn't really want to talk about. If you're just getting to know each other, that makes sense, right? You gotta get to know each other a little bit more first. But we have the Three of Swords and the Eight of Wands as well. I do feel like this is saying there was a recent heartbreak, and he might try to kind of minimize that or make it seem like it was longer ago than it really was. We got the Seven of Swords. I feel like this is someone who's been more recently heartbroken or has recently still been yearning for this person from the past, but probably doesn't really want to tell you about that. Has Dwight had a change of heart about Zats? No, but there could be an opportunity for this coming up on the 8th. There's something that happens on the 8th specifically, I'm getting. And he's going to have to choose. Do you want to change, or do you want to continue to be, like, you know, struggling with this? I'm going with my plan. I know everything. What I do need hardship. I'm not afraid. I don't care whatever goes on. Tell me about it. Trying to figure out what the question is there. Okay. Whatever goes, I will win. Yeah, I don't know how to frame a question out of that other than, is there anything you need to know about your plan? So that's what I'll do. I hope that's okay. But I'll dig in a little bit. And thank you for the tip. Hello, Myrat. How you doing? Hello, Sophie. Zats, I wish you luck. I do think that there's some things changing for Dwight, but it might be moving at a little bit of a slower pace than you had hoped. Can't remember if I used that. I don't think I have. We'll move on to Rebecca. We've got, what does he want? For Rebecca, what does he want? Eight of Cups in the reverse, 10 of Swords, Empress, Sun, Ace of Swords in the reverse. I don't really like it. I do feel like this is somebody who's trying to make an attempt to come back around and do things the right way. I know that, you know, I was a problem where I know that things got tricky because of how I approach things. I feel like this person sees you as the Empress, which is a very loving energy, and you made this person happy. But I don't like that we end with the Ace of Swords in the reverse. I feel like this is someone who's willing to be dishonest as long as they get to be in your energy. So what are they lying about? Being single? Okay. This is someone who's lying about giving to two situations, wanting you to feel like you are the only one, but I don't think you are. And with the Six of Swords in the reverse, this is making me feel like this is someone who's going to say the wrong name. Or, you know, reference a conversation they never had with you. Or remember when we went to see that movie and you're like, no, we didn't do that. They're going to mess up on something like that. There's duality here, or slipping up on this lie, trying to make it seem like they're just focused on one thing, and they haven't been. Hey, Grind Tired, how you doing? Story time, you are after Monique, and Monique is next. And hello, James. Thank you for the tip. Let me add that real quick. Do they know I appreciate them? I've got that for you. Thank you, James. Let's see what we've got for Monique. We'll go with the Nightmare Before Christmas. Oh, that's awesome, Grindheart. That's not fair. Yeah, you deserve way better than that, Rebecca. And, you know, they see you as the Empress. There's a reason for that. Other people might. I'm glad to hear that, Monique. Hello, Lemonade. All right, so what do we have? I want to be more intentional with that. What do we have for Monique, please? What does Monique need to know? Seven of Needles, which is the Seven of Swords. The Nine of Presents or Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. 10 of Swords and the Three of Cups in the reverse. It's not very nice energy. This feels like somebody who is willfully ignoring or not wanting to see that someone is lying to them. Three of Presents, which is the Three of Pentacles, and the Six of Potions. So this could be someone that you're connected to in a professional way that is lying about their past, or this is somebody that you have had a connection with personally over a long period of time, and they are lying to you about who they are connecting to or associated with. I kind of feel it's the latter, because we have the Three of Cups in the reverse, but this is someone who's being dishonest with you about where they're going, who they're seeing, who they're talking to. Temperance in the reverse and the Ace of Presents with the Eight of Candles. It's like I'm bragging to you and maybe I'm not sober and I say something that I shouldn't. I feel like we have someone who gets like kind of giddy. Maybe they really have been drinking, but there's something here where they're talking really fast. It could even be because of anger. But it's like I'm trying to brag or I'm trying to like show that I'm like better than somebody at something. And then, oops, I said something I shouldn't have. So it's going to confirm for you that this person has lied. Death in the reverse more than once. So this would be something that you've asked this person to no longer do. Thank you, Rachel. I hope you do get some proof. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, it sounds like you already know you deserve better than that. Let's see what we've got for story time. This is the the Tarot of the Nile. What's going on for story time right now? What's going on? What's going on for story time? King of Wands in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles, and the Empress. There's an ability to pursue something that could be really phenomenal for you, but there is a lack of motivation or perhaps a lack of direction here. I feel like you are supposed to be the Empress energy, but there's like a stage that has not been completed, or there is something missing here. It's like you're in a video game and you missed one of the like coins that you could get along the way, or you missed like a checkpoint or something. So I see you going back and doing something and fixing that so that you can then move forward, right? The Emperor, Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, like I said, it's like you're going back in a video game to get this coin that you missed. The Emperor now has this Queen of Pentacles with the coin. So I feel like you realize, oh gosh, like I left my phone at the restaurant, or oh crap, you know, I left the money that I took out of the bank on the counter. I got to go back for that. You're going back for something and it's going to make a big difference. Maybe it's even education. It's going to make a big difference in the path that you're able to follow. We have the Two of Cups and the Two of Swords in the reverse. There's a decision you need to make regarding a contract or a relationship. And this is advising you to be trusting, not suspicious, and to approach something with an open mind or without assuming the worst. Because there's something really beautiful, friendship or romance, that's coming your way. And you might have a tendency to assume that it's not going to be good, right? And what about the plan that Storytime has? What does Storytime need to know? You need to get that thing that you forgot, right? That pentacle. And then when you get that pentacle, things move faster. I love this. This is like, you just need to like make sure you got all the ducks in a row, and then you're able to like hit the road, Jack. But in addition to that, you meet someone or things get really lovely in a connection here. Three of Cups, I do feel like there's someone really significant that like you're meant to cross this person's path. They have also got a pentacle. I guess what I'm trying to say is you're two peas in a pod. This is somebody who really understands you, probably because they've been through a very similar thing. But I see you getting very close to this individual, whether that's platonic or romantic. This is someone who helps you on your path. And I do feel like your plan is very close to how things are going to actually go. Just need to make sure that you go back for that little thing that you forgot. Just wanted you to know that when Chuck Norris was born, he drove his mom home from the hospital. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Thank you. Story time, I'm excited for you. Things are looking up. Just remember to be giving someone the benefit of the doubt. It's not easy to do, but this is a trustworthy person that is headed towards you. All right, let's see what we've got for James. We've got, do they know that I appreciate them? You're welcome, story time. I love it, Rachel. Chuck Norris was bit by a cobra. 3 days later, the cobra died. Just wanted to make sure everyone got to enjoy that. Do they know that James appreciates them? Yes. I feel like this is someone who's used to feeling rather rejected or not really understood. And this is someone who feels like you get it. You know? Three of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Seven of Swords. And the Seven of Wands. There's something about feeling like I can't really say exactly how much I appreciate you because I have to find the right moment. But this is somebody who I would say you consider to be very perceptive or intelligent. And this is someone who, even without knowing a ton of information about you, just kind of felt like, you know, a connection. Camaraderie, right? Oh no, did I miss? Let me look for it. You are so correct. I'm sorry. And thank you, Storytime, for wishing me a prosperous new year. I gotta add, sorry, what's happening in February? In romance and work. Thank you for mentioning that. You know, I like to make sure y'all get what you have asked for. It said love and work, right? I hope I have that right. Okay, so James, this looks pretty solid. You know, it's always good to know that somebody actually sees you for who you are. I feel like this is somebody who intuits that. Oh, no, I appreciate it. I don't like to miss things, but Sometimes I get in my head a little bit too much when I'm reading, you know? And James, I hope you have a wonderful weekend or rest of your day. Perhaps I get to see you tomorrow or later today. Hello, Tugs. How you doing? So for Sarkab, what is happening in February regarding love, please? We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse, the High Priest, and the Page of Wands. This looks to me like somebody who is going to communicate after previously being unwilling to communicate. So that could be that you're actually in no contact with this person, or this could be somebody who like, I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, now I'm ready to talk about it, right? This is someone who sees things more clearly now. They wanted to take time to understand the scope or the situation. And I feel like there's a change in this person's perception. They want to talk to you and let you know that they want to like fix things. This is someone who feels like it needs to go differently. Thank you, Monique. That's wonderful. And what about in work? What is going to happen for Sakyab in work in February? We've got Seven of Wands in the reverse and the Sun in the reverse. This looks like somebody's feeling kind of vulnerable. They're trying something new, and I do think it's going to work. So maybe there's a new leader, maybe there's a new process, but I do feel like this is going to improve something. So work with it. Just keep in mind that someone might be obsessively tracking things. So that sounds kind of unpleasant, but I do feel like the new direction is a good thing in general. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Okay, you guys, I can't do any more after that, okay? I gotta go after that. Monique, did you have a question? And we've got for you and Melissa. Okay, so Sarkab, I hope that helps and that you have a delightful weekend. And did we get an answer from Monique? No? Okay, so for you, oh, you'd asked a question and I can't remember it way back there. Y'all, if you tip and have a question, you gotta include it in the super chat so it's easy for me to see, okay? For Melissa, we've got what's coming for me this weekend. So I'm gonna do that real quick. What is coming for Melissa this weekend? The Empress, the Fool in the reverse, the King of Swords, and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. I feel like there's going to be an argument this weekend. Someone's losing their temper, and I don't think it's for the reason that they say it is. I think you're going to be able to find calm, and I think you might even know that this person is angry about something else, but showing their temper towards people they don't need to. Just know that you're right. Is this person going to talk about it? No, I feel like they want to suffer in silence right now. I guess you have to let them. But I do feel like this could be related to money or like long-term goals. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So for you, we've got, what lesson was I supposed to learn? That's right, from Shannon. I remember that. What lesson was for you meant to learn from the connection with Shannon? Two of Wands in the reverse, King of Rings in the reverse. Not to offer your stability or that relationship energy to somebody who doesn't seem to know what they want long term. With the Four of Pentacles, it's like this person wanted to hold on to you until they found something better. You don't deserve that treatment. King of Cups, Page of Cups, Judgment, King of Wands in the reverse. This is someone who struggles to, like, I don't know if it's insecurity or I just need to have someone there who's like telling me like I look good or I'm awesome. But I feel like the lesson here for you is if I don't feel like I'm loved in a connection, or if I don't feel like I'm somebody's priority, I'm not going to be making them a priority anymore. So with this King of Wands in the reverse, I feel like this is you learning a lesson specifically about how I pursue someone. And I'm not going to pursue someone if it's like, oh, this is for you, all of the ones that look like the Marigold Tarot, right? This is like someone who leads people on. Like, oh, you know, I don't have anyone else right now, so we might as well be together, and you don't deserve to be like a stepping stone, right? So is there someone else that for you is going to encounter? Yeah. So is there a possibility you would come back together with Shannon? Sure, but like there needs to be a lot of change. I see you connecting with somebody else, and this new connection lays bare for you or makes it very plain that you were dealing with somebody who was pretty manipulative. So it teaches you the opposite of it, right? All right, just a quick check. I didn't see a question for Melissa. Melissa, I'm gonna circle your name. If I see you on the next live and you have a question, I will do it for you then. Otherwise, I gotta run. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. And thank you for hyping if you're able to. And also for checking out my candles on Etsy. Doodles.